Guys, just take a look at this. This week is going to be very amazing to see. Ripple Labs authorized a $300 million lawsuit settlement plan. The SEC must now approve it. The ongoing legal battle between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission was recently alluded to in a tweet from Jen Nelson Way. The post indicated that there had been a significant development in the case and implied that Ripple had released $500 million in XRP from escrow, suggesting the possibility of a $300 million settlement arrangement. This amount is a fraction of what the SEC had originally requested during the investigation. Ripple is preparing to go to the last preliminary hearing session, is also known as a settlement conference with the Securities and Exchange Commission scheduled for April 16, 2024. This news arrives at a time when speculation about the implications of these recent developments is rampant in the cryptocurrency community, especially in light of the SEC's alleged meeting behind closed doors to discuss the settlement with Ripple Labs. The SEC tweeted about the upcoming closed meeting at the Securities and Exchange Commission say, "A prominent XRP influencer, an analyst named Jack the Ripper, gave a clue regarding the seriousness of the situation. Events of this nature directly impact the sentiment of the market toward XRP and other tokens associated with it. The SEC is seeking a final judgment against Ripple for prejudgment and discouragement, along with civil fines totaling over $2 billion. Permanent injunctions are also part of the deal." Experts believe that Ripple and the SEC could reach an agreement on institutional sales of XRP with reduced penalties, even though the issues were resolved when the SEC dropped charges against Executive Chairman Chris Larsen and CEO Brad Garlinghouse. In response, Chief Legal Officer Stewart and CEO Brad Garlinghouse of Ripple criticized the SEC, stating that they would expose the regulator in a file made on April 22nd. Meanwhile, the recent meeting by the SEC involved more. In light of Ripple's delayed XRP unlocks from escrow and Ashley Profit's argument that the Ripple versus SEC litigations probably ended, there has been talk regarding the possibility of a settlement. Examine and Layer cryptocurrency's most ambitious project of the year, ONP, is making its deposit public, and Coinbase successfully argued that transactions involving cryptocurrency on the secondary market do not qualify as security judgment in a decision from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. In response, Tor has declared that programmatic buyers are an equal component of the market as secondary market customers, which strengthened his decision about the XRP secondary market sales. Coinbase has requested clarification from the same court. The Securities and Exchange Commission filed an interlocutory appeal in the Second Circuit regarding the nature of investment contracts. Additionally, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals denied the CC's appeal in the XRP Gova case, giving rise to the possibility that Ripple could win the case. Given the significance of this issue for our industry, we are requesting that the appeal be filed earlier than usual. The SEC's actions against Ripple and other digital asset companies exceed legally permissible regulatory power. The chief legal officer of Coinbase, Paul Gurl, stated that the legislation was approved by Congress and unfairly hinders the advancement of digital assets in the United States. Bill Morgan is a lawyer who supports in order to expedite the resolution of a significant legal dispute currently pending before the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Coinbase has requested an urgent preliminary assessment of the investment contract pertaining to cryptocurrency transactions. The Bitcoin exchange has asked the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York to clarify something. XRP stated that if Coinbase loses its appeal, it could strengthen the SEC's position in the XRP programmatic sales complaint. We at Coinbase believe that an investment contract requires something contractual, but the SEC disagrees. Today, Coinbase filed a brief with the court asking for authorization to seek an interlocutory appeal in our stroke case, arguing that these obligations are vital. The decision to appeal the court's decision to dismiss the case against Coinbase was taken shortly after the court rejected the SEC's motion to do so. Mr. Paul GRL made an announcement on April 12th, stressing the need for judicial direction in the case of whether an investment contract can still be considered under U.S. law without postal duties. Filed a complaint against the exchange, alleging that it was operating as a clearing agency and unlicensed exchange broker. If the court grants the appeal, the case's conclusion might be altered, possibly resulting in the settlement of significant claims against Coinbase based on this legal interpretation. Furthermore, given the urgency with which Coinbase filed its appeal just 17 days after the dismissal petition was denied and the potential impact of the decision on the development of digital assets in the U.S., it is clear that the company is committed to finding a quick solution. This legal issue could also have an impact on the Bitcoin industry in the U.S. as a whole. This lawsuit comes next, not too long after, in light of its larger regulatory concerns, Coinbase's successful appeal to the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit on April 6th, which upheld the company's ability to sell cryptocurrencies on the secondary market via its platform without violating the Securities Exchange Act, was a major victory. A local lending procedure for Rolex has unveiled the XRP ledger. This protocol was recently improved to add the following features in an effort to improve decentralized finance and promote direct lending. The XRP ledger's direct lending and borrowing procedures eliminate the need for traditional financial intermediaries by leveraging cutting-edge open-source financial solutions. The revised lending process in a recent statement made by Ripple XMAL and the purpose of Vito Tuma's innovative native lending protocol on the XRP ledger is to revolutionize decentralized finance by boosting productivity and expanding access to financial services that will benefit lay. The publication of this data coincides with a sharp decline in the market value of XRP, which has dropped 10.8% in the last day. The most recent financial records confirm the decline to 5,457 cents by utilizing the XRP ledger is a native lending protocol with a modular architecture that puts adaptability and reusability first. It permits direct borrowing and lending, with the goal of doing away with the need for traditional financial intermediaries. It will be appropriate for developers who want to incorporate loan functions into decentralized apps because of these significant transfers. Significant, especially in light of the recipient wallet's current balance of over 225 million XRP, which is valued at over $110 million given its connection to Ripple and the large initial transfer of 70 million XRP.